And in other news, consumer prices here in Korea marked an annual acceleration of 2.3% this year, the slowest in 4 years. Our correspondent Moon Hye-ryeon covers this finding.
South Korea's annual consumer inflation slowed to the mid-2% range this year, marking a more subdued pace compared to 2023. Data from Statistics Korea on Tuesday show that the Consumer Price Index, a measure of inflation, rose by 2.3% year-on-year. This falls in line with the Bank of Korea's forecast in November and is the lowest rate since the onset of the COVID-19 pandemic in 2020, as inflation climbed to 2.5% in 2021 and peaked at 5.1% in 2022 before settling at 3.6% last year.
The drop in petroleum prices was smaller due to the impact of international oil prices, while agricultural product prices went up more. But the growth in personal services, electricity, gas, water, and processed food slowed down, resulting in a 1.3 percentage point drop compared to last year.
Figures for December show that the CPI rose 1.9% year-on-year, marking the fourth consecutive month of inflation under the 2% mark. The increase was, however, slightly larger than in November, signaling a potential shift back to the 2% range due to factors such as high exchange rates, which led to a reversal in the downward course of energy prices that had been seen throughout the year. Inflation remained above the Bank of Korea's target of 2% in 2024, primarily due to steep prices of fresh produce. The cost of agricultural goods soared by more than 10% this year, which is the highest rate recorded since 2010. Prices of fruits such as tangerines and pears surged, and vegetables like cabbages were reflected in an increase of almost 10% in the fresh food index. Fresh fruit prices alone rose by more than 17%, marking the sharpest rise in 20 years. The country's agriculture ministry attributed the rise to unstable conditions for growing agricultural goods due to climate change. During a review of price trends on the same day, the Bank of Korea noted increased uncertainty surrounding inflation forecasts, citing factors such as exchange rate fluctuations and weakened consumer demand. Moon Hye-ryeon, Arirang News.